All right, what's up? It's MCTV here, and today we're going to go over a quick and dirty guide about how to start a LinkedIn specifically for athletes, and some things you need to do, and some things that really only pertain to you in this task. So let's get started. So we are here, linkedin.com. Hit join now. I'm just going to use the strong password suggested. Okay, we'll go first name Tess, last name Mike. So the value in this LinkedIn is the same sort of leverage you get with typical social media. You get to branch out and meet people that you necessarily wouldn't be able to touch or meet in person. And the name of the game is expanding your network. This is a networking tool. Extra security step. I might have to blur. All right, so our location is going to be Las Vegas, Nevada. So it's going to ask about your most recent job title. I'm just going to put I'm a student. There is a selection in there where you could put student athlete. So I'm just going to go with student this time. I'm going to put the University of Kansas. Okay, I'll actually go business school, degree. Do this. Yay, finance and accounting. Now, these things are important because they're going to link you with people who are similar to whatever you select. Okay, so let's confirm my email. And, you know, these security measures kind of get annoying, but they're necessary to protect your identity, so not gonna complain about them too much. Okay, are you looking for a job? Yes. Anytime I ask you about it, are you searching, are you currently seeking employment, you always want to say yes. Job title you're looking for, we're just gonna put sales rep, sales specialist. And here you want to try to keep this as broad as possible, unless you don't unless you're opposed to moving around the country to wherever the job position is. Then you want to keep it as specific as possible, but we're gonna operate from the aspect that you going where the money is. So share with LinkedIn recruiters, yes. So once you finish the registration process, this is what your back-end dashboard will look like. It's more immersive than LinkedIn is. Than Instagram is, but it's just as easy to navigate. Now, as much time as you spend on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and YouTube, you should at least spend half as much of that time on LinkedIn as you do on those other social media platforms, because unless you're an influencer or a salesperson, you don't have the potential to make any money on those platforms. You're actually making the platform money and the people who are spending money for AdSense, but that's a whole nother topic. So I would spend at least half as much time on LinkedIn as I do on those platforms, because at least here you have the potential to make money, get in contact with somebody who can make money, and you can directly apply for jobs that will help you make money. So this is where you need to spend at least half of your social media time. Okay, so I will go to me. I will go to view profile, settings and privacy. Now I wanted to pause here for a second, and I want you to remember what this profile looks like. and compare it to what my finished profile looks like later on in the video. Okay, now here's where you can adjust, your visibility. You can edit your public profile here. Your connections, you can change if you want people to see your connections list. All types of things that help dictate, how you're discovered on here. So we'll go back to our home page. Now for the athletes, this is where it's pivotal that you do these next 3 or 4 things. One, you want to update your profile picture and have a current resume on here. Now, with your current resume, LinkedIn has a feature where you can get a resume review, where you can have somebody in real time, a professional, adjust and suggest things about your resume predicated on what type of position you're looking for. Because one of the mistakes we make is just have a resume and send that same resume off to every job that we're interested in, when you actually need to be position specific in the language you use for that particular job submission. Because just like the AI that's on Instagram that keeps you seeing the same things over and over, these recruiters have AI systems that search resumes for specific buzzwords, and if you don't meet the percentage of criteria that particular recruiter is looking for, your resume doesn't even get past the first line of defense, for lack of a better word. So the other thing we need to do, especially for athletes, is I'm gonna search for my university. Oh, I can't even see that. University of Kansas. Keep it real general now. And when this loads, I would probably follow the university, right? And I would also look for people who attend that university. I thought it said this is for Kansas State, but that's neither here nor there. So this is another powerful tool. You can connect to people who are associated with your university in real time. The next thing I would do, especially being a student athlete, is I would look for the groups that are associated with my particular school. Because even though you may not know anyone in the group, if they're a fan of athletics at that university, especially your sport in particular, there will be people that know you in these groups, and they will be more than happy to assist you the best they can. They may not be the help you're looking for, but they may be help in some aspect of what you're trying to accomplish. So I would go to the Alumni Association, just a regular university. I would search for things associated with my particular school, maybe things that I'm interested in but not involved in. Definitely the alumni network is something to tap into. So I would definitely go through these groups and see. When it comes to LinkedIn, you should continuously ask yourself this question: which one of these I could attach myself to? Because again, the LinkedIn game is all about network, and building your network even more. Okay, so here in a second, I'm going to take you to my personal profile and show you what one should look like about 2 or 3 years after graduation, right? So what we've already done is we've looked at how to start a profile from scratch, what to do as far as getting your profile up and running so you can become visible to recruiters and to potential people that you want to extend your network to, right? We've looked at how you search out networks and certain things you should do as an athlete to position yourself to be put in contact with people who can help you now or may be able to help you later, or maybe you can help them, right? So now what we're going to do is take a look at what a current up and running profile should look like. Yeah, we'll keep that one around. So we'll go sign in. This is my personal profile. All right, so this is, and I'll probably have to blur out some of these people's personal information, but this is what the back end of a fully functioning LinkedIn profile should look like, especially when you are coming off being a student athlete, because your value is not necessarily in the piece of paper that you receive from that college, but in the network and people you meet. It's all about relationships. We'll take a look here at my profile. Well, maybe. Okay, so this is my personal LinkedIn profile, and I'm going to go over some of the things that you should have on yours as you continue to build it out and make those connections, expanding your network. So first and foremost, our profile picture is a professional photo. It is not a selfie that you take for typical social media. This is strictly business, and we're focused on building your personal brand. I have visible the number of connections and followers I have, my current the current company that I'm working with, my most recent form of education, right? So we'll scroll down, and you have the opportunity to upload your resume as a document, and also input some position specific things that you have going on from that resume. So if somebody was just to glance at your profile, they'll have a quick and easy idea of what you have going on professionally. You always want to keep your education up to date and any current licenses that you have. So again, this is a quick and dirty guide about how to create your LinkedIn specifically for athletes, some things you need to do and leverage as far as building your network and making connections with people, and what your profile will look like once you continue to build it out and make those connections and update it as your career and professional life progresses on. All right, it's MCTV. You know what time it is. We're heading to the stars through adversity. We out.